In every generation, there are special people who don't just see the world as it is. They imagine what it can become. Nikola Tesla was one of those people. Born in a small village, he rose to become one of the greatest inventors in history. He imagined a future filled with light, energy, and connection, and then worked tirelessly to make it real. From wireless communication to alternating current, his ideas shaped the modern world. Yet despite his brilliance, Tesla faced struggles, isolation, and loss. But his vision never faded. This is the story of Nikola Tesla, the man whose dreams still power our lives today. Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in the small village of Smiljan. At that time, it was part of the Austrian Empire. Today, it is in Croatia. On the night he was born, a summer storm raged over the village. The midwife called it a bad sign, but Tesla's mother calmly replied, "No, he will be a child of light." He was the fourth of 5 children in his family. His father, Milutin Tesla, was a Serbian Orthodox priest and a gifted storyteller. His mother, Juka Mandic, though she never went to school, was highly intelligent and skilled at making household tools and simple mechanical devices. Tesla later said he got his inventive spirit from his mother. From an early age, young Nikola showed a remarkable memory and curiosity. He could memorize entire books, solve complex problems in his head, and visualize inventions with perfect detail, a skill he would use all his life. He loved reading, experimenting with small mechanical devices, and observing nature. But he was also a sickly child, often battling illnesses that kept him indoors for weeks. Still, his mind was restless, always thinking, always imagining. Even as a boy, he was already dreaming of harnessing the invisible forces of the world. As Nikola grew older, his family recognized his extraordinary mind and sent him to better schools. He first attended Gymnasium Karlovac, where he studied for 4 years instead of the usual 3, graduating in 1873. It was here that Tesla first encountered the concept of electricity in a formal way. A physics teacher demonstrated how electricity could make a small motor spin, and young Nikola was fascinated. He later said that moment shaped the direction of his entire life. After finishing school, Tesla planned to study engineering. In 1875, he enrolled at the Austrian Polytechnic School in Graz, Austria. There, he amazed his professors by working day and night, often studying 16 to 18 hours without rest. One day, while learning about direct current, DC motors, Tesla asked if a motor could be run without commutators, the part that wears out quickly. His professor insisted it was impossible. Tesla didn't argue, but deep inside, he knew he could find a way. This thought would later lead him to his greatest invention, the alternating current AC motor. But during his 3rd year in Graz, Tesla's life became difficult. His family could no longer send him enough money, and he struggled to pay for books, food, and rent. At the same time, his health began to suffer from overwork and lack of rest. He started missing classes and important exams. Without passing the exams, he lost his scholarship, the money that paid for his education. Tesla could not finish his studies in Graz. It was a painful setback, but it did not end his dreams. After leaving Graz, Tesla moved to Maribor, in present-day Slovenia. There he worked as a draftsman, drawing plans for machines, and tried to support himself. But the job paid little, and he often felt lonely and uncertain about his future. In 1880, Tesla's friends and family encouraged him to continue his education. He enrolled at Charles Ferdinand University in Prague, but because he had missed the first part of the school year and some required subjects like Greek, he could not earn a degree. The same year, tragedy struck. Tesla's father, Milutin Tesla, passed away. The loss deeply affected Nikola, But it also gave him a new determination to succeed. He decided to dedicate his life to using his talents to improve the world. In 1881, Tesla found work in Budapest at the Central Telegraph Office. He soon became chief electrician for the Budapest Telephone Exchange, where he improved equipment and began experimenting with electrical systems in his free time. In Budapest, Tesla was taking a walk in the park with a friend. As they walked, he was saying lines from one of his favorite poems. Suddenly, an idea flashed in his mind. He imagined a wheel of energy, spinning on its own, powered by a changing magnetic field. A rotating magnetic field is like an invisible force that turns around and can make a motor spin without touching it. This was the secret he had been searching for, the way to make a motor without a commutator. Excited, Tesla picked up a stick and began drawing shapes in the sand, the first sketches of the alternating current AC motor that would one day change the way the world uses electricity. This moment would shape the rest of his career. In 1882, Tesla moved to Paris, France, to work for the Continental Edison Company, a branch of the company owned by the famous American inventor Thomas Edison. Here, Tesla learned more about electrical engineering and gained valuable hands-on experience. His job involved installing and repairing direct current, DC, lighting systems, which were popular in Europe at the time. But Tesla still believed alternating current, AC, was the future. AC could travel much farther through wires without losing power, making it far more efficient for lighting entire cities. In Paris, Tesla impressed his managers by improving designs and fixing problems no one else could solve. They soon sent him to work on projects in other parts of France and even in Germany. In 1884, his supervisors recognized his talent and recommended him for a position in the United States, to work directly under Thomas Edison himself. They believed Tesla's skills would be valuable in Edison's company, which was expanding rapidly in America. With only a few clothes, some mathematical notes, and a letter of recommendation, Tesla boarded a ship to New York City. Inside the letter were these words: "I know two great men. You are one of them. The other is this young man." Tesla was about to begin a new chapter of his life, one that would lead to both great achievements and great rivalries. In June 1884, Nikola Tesla arrived in New York City, a place filled with noise, energy, and opportunity. Almost immediately, he went to meet Thomas Edison, the famous inventor of the electric light bulb and a pioneer of direct current, DC power systems. Tesla began working for Edison's company, helping to improve DC generators and fix technical problems. His dedication and skill impressed many, but Tesla had a different vision for the future of electricity. Edison's DC system could only send power a short distance before losing strength. To light an entire city, many small power stations were needed, which was expensive and inefficient. Tesla believed alternating current, AC, was the answer. With AC, electricity could travel hundreds of miles with very little loss of power. But Edison strongly disagreed. He argued that AC was too dangerous and insisted DC was safer. The disagreement grew, and Tesla soon left Edison's company. It was a bold move. He had no money, no powerful connections, and no clear path forward. For a time, Tesla took whatever work he could find, even digging ditches, while still dreaming of building his AC system. It was a difficult period, but he refused to give up. In 1887, Tesla found investors who believed in his ideas. He set up the Tesla Electric Company in New York and began building AC motors and generators based on his vision of a world powered by alternating current. The War of Currents, a battle between Edison's DC system and Tesla's AC system, had begun, and it would change the future of electricity forever. In 1888, Tesla's alternating current system caught the attention of George Westinghouse, a successful inventor and businessman. Westinghouse immediately saw the potential of AC to power cities more efficiently than Edison's DC system. He offered Tesla a contract, a large sum of money for his patents, plus a royalty for every horsepower of electricity sold using AC technology. Tesla agreed, and the two men began working together to build AC power plants across the United States. The battle between AC and DC reached its peak during this time. Edison tried to discredit AC by calling it dangerous, and even staged public demonstrations to show its risks. But the advantages of AC, long-distance transmission, lower cost, and greater efficiency, were too strong to ignore. The turning point came in 1893 when Westinghouse and Tesla won the contract to supply electricity for the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. For the first time in history, an entire World's Fair was powered by Tesla's AC system. More than 27 million visitors saw buildings and streets glowing with electric light, and they witnessed the future of energy. That same year, Tesla's AC system was chosen to use the power of Niagara Falls to make electricity, a massive and famous waterfall on the border between the United States and Canada. This project became one of the greatest engineering achievements of the time, proving that AC could bring power to entire cities many miles away. Tesla had won the war of currents. His vision was no longer just an idea. It was reality. With the success of alternating current, Tesla became one of the most famous inventors in the world. But for him, electricity was just the beginning. He believed the future could be powered by wireless energy, electricity sent through the air without the need for wires. In 1898, at Madison Square Garden in New York, Tesla amazed the public by showing a small boat controlled wirelessly by radio waves. Many people didn't believe it was real. They thought he was using magic. But Tesla had just demonstrated one of the earliest examples of remote control technology. Tesla also began working on a huge project called the Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, New York. It was designed to send messages, telephone calls, and even electricity across the world without wires. Tesla dreamed of a future where ships at sea, homes, and cities could receive power directly from the air. But the project was expensive, and his main investor, J.P. Morgan, eventually stopped funding it when he realized it might not bring quick profits. Without money, Tesla had to stop construction, and the dream of wireless power remained unfinished. His ideas continued to inspire scientists and inventors for many years. After the Wardenclyffe Tower project ended, Tesla continued to invent, but without steady funding, it became harder to turn his ideas into reality. He worked on designs for vertical takeoff aircraft, improved turbines, and even a vision for a wireless global communication system. By the 1910s and 1920s, younger inventors and companies were beginning to take the spotlight. Tesla, once at the center of the electrical revolution, now lived a quieter life in New York hotels. He spent much of his time feeding pigeons in the park and writing about science. Even though he had changed the world, Tesla often struggled financially. He refused to work only for profit. He wanted his inventions to serve humanity. In 1931, on his 75th birthday, Tesla was honored on the cover of Time magazine as one of the world's great scientists. Famous figures like Albert Einstein praised his genius. On January 7, 1943, Nikola Tesla passed away quietly in his hotel room in New York City at the age of 86. He left behind no fortune, only the legacy of a man who had given the world the power to light up cities and connect across continents. Today, Tesla's name is remembered all over the world, in science and in technology. He remains a symbol of imagination, perseverance, and the belief that one person's ideas can change the world. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful life stories.